In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Equalizer in DaVinci Resolve to clean up your audio, shape your sound, and make your voice or clips sound much more professional. Whether you want to remove low-end rumble, reduce harshness, or boost the parts of the audio that matter most, the Equalizer gives you powerful control right inside your edit. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tips, and let's jump right in. First, open DaVinci Resolve and go to the Edit page by clicking the third icon from the left at the bottom center of the interface. This is where you'll find your timeline and the tools you need to work with your audio. Once you're on the Edit page, take a look at your timeline and click the audio clip that needs adjustment. When it's selected properly, you'll see it highlighted with a red border, which tells you that Resolve knows exactly which clip you want to work on. Next, head over to the Inspector panel in the top right corner of the screen. If the inspector isn't already open, click it to bring it up. Inside the inspector, click the Audio tab. This is where you can access the audio controls for the selected clip, including the equalizer. Scroll until you find the Equalizer section, then click the toggle switch on the right to enable it. Once it's turned on, the equalizer tools become active and you can start shaping the sound. Now, click the Expand button inside the Equalizer section. This is the small box with an arrow in it, and it opens the full equalizer window so you can make more precise changes. At first, this window may look a little technical, but don't worry, once you understand the layout, it becomes very easy to use. In the center of the window, you'll see the frequency graph. This graph is the heart of the equalizer. The horizontal axis goes from low bass on the left to high treble on the right, so as you move from left to right, you're moving through different ranges of sound. The vertical axis represents volume in decibels, which means moving a point up makes that frequency louder, and moving it down makes it quieter. This graph gives you a visual way to hear and see exactly how your audio is being changed. At the bottom of the equalizer window, you'll find 6 band buttons. These bands are the different control points you can use to adjust specific parts of the sound. Click one of the numbers to activate that band. Each band gives you its own adjustable point on the graph, so you can make several types of corrections within the same clip. Right next to each band button, you'll see the filter type icon. Click this to choose the shape of the adjustment. If you're using band 1, the high pass icon is a great choice because it lets you cut out low-end rumble and unwanted noise from things like microphones picking up vibration or room noise. For middle bands, the bell icon is one of the most useful options because it lets you target a specific sound without affecting too much of the surrounding frequency range. That makes it perfect for reducing harshness, nasal tones, or any problem area you want to clean up. Once you've chosen your band and filter type, use the frequency knob to move that band left to right across the graph. Moving left targets lower frequencies, and moving right targets higher frequencies. This is how you find the exact sound you want to change. For example, if your voice sounds muddy, you might look in the lower mid-range. If something sounds sharp or piercing, you might move higher up the graph to find it. After you found the right frequency, adjust the gain knob. Turning the gain up will boost that frequency and make it louder. Turning it down will reduce it and make it quieter. This is one of the most important parts of equalizing, because it's how you either emphasize the good parts of your audio or tame the problem areas. Small changes often make a big difference, so try not to overdo it. Then use the Q factor knob to control the width of your adjustment. A higher Q number creates a narrow, sharp point, which is great when you need to fix a very specific noise or frequency issue. A lower Q number creates a wider, smoother curve, which is useful for general tone shaping and more natural sounding adjustments. If you're just starting out, think of Q as how focused or broad your change is. If your boosts make the audio meter start turning red, that means your overall level may be too hot. In that case, use the master gain slider on the far right of the window to lower the total volume. This helps prevent clipping and keeps your audio clean and balanced. It's always better to keep your signal under control than to push it too loud and cause distortion. Finally, if you want to compare your edited sound to the original, click the equalizer toggle switch in the top left corner of the window. This bypasses the effect, so you can instantly hear the difference between your adjusted audio and the unprocessed version. Comparing back and forth is one of the best ways to make sure your changes are actually improving the sound instead of making it worse. And that's it. You now know how to use the equalizer in DaVinci Resolve. With these steps, you can clean up dialogue, reduce unwanted noise, and make your audio sound much more polished and professional. If this video helped you, please hit like, subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.